everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Vertex Investing. I just want to say thank you again for everyone who's liked and subscribed and also sharing our videos across the Forex community. It really does mean a lot. And also I just want to say, the message that we receive daily about the free strategy, I just want to say thank you, because it does mean a lot. And don't be scared to approach us, because we like seeing the progress of people using our content, because at least it tells us that we're teaching correctly and you're taking value from it. Otherwise we would never know. We could be making videos for the sake of it and realize that no one is actually taking value from it. So yeah, it's very nice. It's very good to see, it's the reason why I got into teaching in the first place. Like, not even before Forex, if you followed me for a while, because I've been teaching trading for, I don't know how long now, 3 years. Yeah, I've been teaching for about 3 years. And before that, I was teaching, when I qualified as a physio, when I specialized, I went straight into teaching, and I still lecture, well, not all the time, but I do a few lectures here and there about my speciality in physio, because I enjoy the teaching aspect. And being able to do that in the Forex community is great. And I'm glad that a lot of you are taking value from it. But yeah, as I said, feel free to message us, show us your results. It's really nice to see. I mean, this trade yesterday, well, this trade that I explained yesterday was actually, I had a few messages about this, and it's a great trade. So what we can see is, obviously we got the range as explained in the previous video, so I'm not going to go into any detail about this trade at all, but we can see that the range is formed here. I marked the POI from this point. All you had to wait for was a lower time frame entry. Now I actually took a 1 hour loss. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, I lost my first entry, and then it was getting late, and it's a Friday, so I thought, that's it, that's me done for the week. But I did follow this trade. I didn't want to enter it over the weekend, to be honest. But that could have been a crazy. What would that have been? Hold on a sec. What would this have been? This would have been what, running at, oh god, 15R, and it peaked at about 18. Oh gosh. Right. But so yeah, this is a very good trade. And yeah, so from the rules of the last video, what you can see is, obviously you've got the low, you've got a failed structure, breaker structure, entry. Simple as that. At the bottom of the range, confirmation that price is starting to change in market. The market is starting to shift in structure. Now, I didn't take this trade, okay? I missed it. Well, I didn't really miss it. I marked it. I chose not to enter. But what I'm trying to say in this video is, you don't need to enter every single trade, right? Sometimes it's good to observe, right? It's good to observe. Now, I know some of our students actually entered this trade, and I was sending, the POI and the price action as price was moving to the group. And it's a great trade, great move. But what you need to think is, do you need to catch every single move? No, you don't. Right, I caught GBP JPY, so pound yen, earlier this week. Also, I want to give a shout out to this guy. So one of our students actually passed FTMO. This is, people are passing using the free strategy. People are passing using our actual refinement. And I just want to say, it's great. It's great to see, people are, taking so much value from this. And, it's nice to see these results. It took us a while to, I don't think, not many people heard about us, but we've, Vertex have been around for a while. We just haven't, we're very bad at advertising ourselves, to be honest. But I took this trade earlier this week, and that was fine. That was enough for me. And even if I missed this trade and the loss I took, I don't care. I'm fine for the week. I'm very happy. I'm content with myself now. The reason why I want to do this video is basically in terms of emotions, and I know I don't speak about psychology too much, and it's often overlooked because psychology is something that not many people actually think about, because psychology is everything, right? If you're sitting in this trade, for example, let's see, it's running at what? So it's running about 15R. Now, if you're using 1% on a 100k account, say for example FTMO, right? What's that? 15k. Did I do my maths right? 15k? 15. Yeah. I did. Yeah. So you're running 15k. Now, that is a lot of money, right? That is huge. 15% is huge of 100k, right? Or whatever size account. Psychology is huge in this aspect because a lot of people probably would have closed by now. They probably wouldn't have the balls to even hold the trade all the way. But why is that? It's because when you see money, when you see the numbers, you all instantly want to close. But what I do and what James does from one of the other mentors, we don't look at MT4. We actually just follow the trade on TradingView, because even for me, sometimes when I see the numbers, I get so caught up in the numbers that I struggle sometimes. So for me to hold, I need to take some partial somewhere, and then I just hold the rest of the position. If I know I'm at the bottom of the range, I've got no reason. If I enter this trade, I've got no reason to close this trade. No reason whatsoever. Price is going, okay? Remember what I said about liquidity, right? Because in terms of trend, for the trend to change, you need one of these lows to be broken, right? But even if the low is broken, it could just be a liquidity grab and price can continue. Yeah? But if price starts to do it, if price does this, then I know that I probably should enter when it pulls back. Okay, probably won't go up there, but I should probably enter when it pulls back. Okay, exit, sorry. But I've got no reason to close until these lows are broken. That's the only time where you should be concerned about it. Because we can see is in terms of our lows, we can see obviously low, 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 low. Okay, and we're creating nice highs. Okay, in terms of the highs, they're your main. They're not too relevant in the sense you want to make sure the lows aren't being broken. That's all you need to think about. If these lows gets broken, then you should probably think, oh, okay, I need to watch whether price is going to change in structure or not. But remember, price won't change in structure until you determine what is happening next. You need a failed structure and then a break. That is a confirmation that price is probably going to shift in market structure, right? If it's just a break of the low, there's nothing to be worried about. So hold the trade. You've got nothing. If you're at the bottom of a range from a 4-hour time frame, daily time frame, weekly, monthly, you've got no reason to close that trade. So just hold it. All right. If you can't do that, take partials, and then continue to hold the trade. Like if you can take, for example, I only take partials when price hits 1 to 10. I close a small percentage off, and then I let the rest of the trade run. The reason I close that small percentage is just to say, just to remind myself, that I'm earning something from forex. I'm earning something from trading, and then I don't need to really whatever happens on that trade, happens, right? I don't really care, because the thing is, what I want to talk about is financial freedom is something that is often it's spoke about in the forex community, but the way it's described is disgusting. Because for me, for example, financial freedom for me, when I was when I finished uni and when I was working, it was my take home was like 1,500 per month, my first ever salary, right? And I worked out, what I needed to live on and how much I needed, and what was extra, as in what was my extra. Not the extra. What was the income that What's the word? Why is that word not coming from me? Oh, come on. What's that word? Spare income. Yeah, yes. I don't know why that took so long. Yeah. So in terms of my spare income, I worked out, that this is what I have, that I can do whatever I wish with it. It's that sort of thinking that helped me decide when I'm officially financially free in that sense, right? Because for me, like, my goal isn't to be rich. Like, I don't, as long as I'm comfortable, as long as I can live, I am happy. So for me, I knew that if I made 2,000-3,000 a month, I can live, and I can live comfortably, have something set aside every month, and be happy. That's the main thing. I can live comfortably, right? And that was for me. I didn't chase big numbers from the start. I never did. And that's one thing I want to tell you guys is, because a lot of people are probably starting like same position as me. Like I was in debt when I left the uni, although I didn't pay for my course, because thankfully, obviously, my course was funded. But in terms of student debt, I still had a student loan, and I came out in that debt, right? I even used my student loan for my first trading account and blew it. So I didn't have, like, my parents had to bail me out, to be fair. But and my family aren't well off at all. Okay, so just say, they're like, think about it that way. But you know, I had to work out what was feasible for me to earn to be financially free. So I don't want you guys thinking, you need to make tens and thousands to be financially free, because you don't. If you think about it, whatever you earn, if you work out what you need to survive and what you need to live and what you need to be happy and comfortable, then that's fine. The rest is just extra. Like at the moment, yes, like last year was probably the best year I've ever had. Worst tax year, I have to admit. Worst tax year, but it's the best trading year I have ever had, right? And you can see some of my trades in my history, right? Because it's absolutely, yeah, it was a crazy year. Okay, and that's just like, it's all extra. As soon as I know I've made that 2,000-3,000 in the month, I'm fine. Whatever happens in that month happens, because I know that I've earned enough that I can live off. And as I've always mentioned, actually I don't know if I mentioned it here. I think I mentioned in one of the podcasts, trading isn't the only income that I have, because I don't practice as a physio, but I still run a physio company as well. And, having other streams of income is probably ideal, because trading isn't always consistent. That's one thing to know. And a lot of people don't tell you that. And I don't know why. You don't have to be like, yes, I'm a mentor and yes, I teach, but you don't have to be a full-time trader. A full-time trader is what, it's up to you what you want to define that as. Like for me, yes, I don't know if I class as a full-time trader, because I still do other things on the side, right? And instead, I also run Vertex, and I do get paid from that. Well, to be fair, we haven't taken a salary yet. We just, whatever money that we earn is going to the company. But like, it's opened, having other streams of income is something that we should all have. Just because you're a trader doesn't mean that you only have to trade, because it's not consistent. And we all know that. You will have losing weeks, you'll have losing months, for example. But ever since I started trading smart money, it's changed everything. And yeah, as I said, last year was such a big year for me. And I don't know how to describe it. You guys have to practice this strategy as much as possible, because it's crazy, and you can see all the results here. And there's something actually I wanted to share. How do I share it without showing this guy's name? Because I didn't ask him. Can I open this? Yeah, so you can see. Okay. I don't think would he mind. I didn't put it here. I'll ask him afterwards. So what we can see is, he didn't believe that our strategy works, and this guy's using the free strategy, and he hit. It was a back test, by the way, just to be clear, but he hit 47.5R on that back test, just to show you that our strategy, it works, and that's the free strategy, not even our main refinement. That's the only difference. Like what I'm showing you here is how I first traded smart money. Okay. The only difference in our course is that obviously you get our mentoring, you get my support. You can speak to me every single day if you want when you join. I'm very active in the Discord, to be fair. And we're not all professional. We joke around, and I know every single client that joins. Well, if they're active, to be fair, I don't know. I think actually, to be fair, I think pretty much everyone is. Well, most people are. But if they're active, obviously, I know everyone that joins our Discord. Okay, and that's something that I always wished. Well, not wish. That's something that I will always maintain. I will know everyone, even outside of trading. I will know them properly, because I don't want to be that person that just leaves you to it, because that's not the whole point of a mentor. You learn from my mistakes. Like, even I have a mentor, and I learn from his mistakes, right? So that's the main thing. That's the main thing. But what I want to talk about in this video is understanding what does financial freedom actually mean, understanding about how to deal with your emotions when you're in a trade like this. Hold your winners, right? Hold them, right? If you got no reason to close, why are you closing? Just ask yourself that. If you are closing too early, it means you've got no confidence in your strategy, and what that means is you haven't back tested enough. Like, as rude as that sounds, you just haven't, right? So what I suggest is going back, testing everything, right? Testing everything to a point where you know that you have an edge. If you hold, you will come out in the green massively. And when I say massively, you will come out in the green massively. Like this guy who did that back test of 47.5R, he has to lose 47 trades to go back to break even. Now think about it that way. Now some of these numbers obviously sound bizarre, and yes, like even for me, it baffles me still. It's crazy, like how this concept is actually slept upon, because the smart money concept world isn't actually that big, which I don't know why. I do wonder. It does bring a lot of skeptics. I do admit, like even I didn't believe the risk to reward that you can actually get, because I was hitting 1 to 5s consistently with my old strategy, and I was loving life. But this is something else. So what I suggest is, to build your confidence, take your time. Understand the reason why you're taking the trade. If you don't know the reason, then don't take the trade. Simple as that. Understand, and then don't be realistic with your targets as to what you want to earn as a trader. Understand what financial freedom means to you, not what it means to anyone else. Right? Understand what it means to you, and then from there you'll realize the difference. The way you see the markets, the way you perceive everything else in terms of life outside of trading. Just think about it in the bigger picture, because yes, the aim is to make money, and everyone aspires to be rich. It depends. Well, I'm not gonna say everyone. I like, for me, if I'm, as I said, if I'm earning £2,000-3,000 a month, I'm happy. I can live comfortably. I could pay my mortgage. I can pay for food. Obviously, I can live. And I can enjoy myself. That's the main thing. As if I can do that, then I'm happy. But so obviously people have bigger goals. I was not saying that I don't have big goals, but I've achieved what I want to, and passively I can, I'm doing fine. So that's the main thing. You need to understand what your financial freedom is, and then be realistic with your targets that you're going to achieve. Because if you come into trading thinking, okay, I'm going to make 10,000 a month, right, from what, a £500 account. It's not going to happen. Well, I'm not going to say it won't happen, but it can happen. But I wouldn't say, if you're thinking that, say for example, if you start with £500 and you make say you make £1,000 in that first month, but because your aim was 10,000 in that month, that £1,000 you're going to think, oh, that's shit. You're just going to think, oh, you haven't earned anything. But the thing is, if you earned £1,000, as in balance wise, so say your balance is after that first month is 1,500, you have, if you think about it percentage wise, it's huge. It's huge. And if you ignore that, if you don't accept your small wins, not your small wins, but if you don't accept the wins on the way to your overall target, you will never see success in trading, because nothing will be enough for you. And I am telling you that because I was sold this whole this luxurious lifestyle when I was trading, and when I first started. And even my small wins, when I was making 50-60 pounds a week, from a small account, it's a lot. It's a lot, but I wasn't appreciating what I was making at that time. So I want you guys not to fall in that mistake, not to make that same mistake that I did. Think about your winners, appreciate them, appreciate what you have. It will make you you'll be a much better person for it as well. But I won't waffle too much. I know I spoke a lot in this video, and I don't normally do videos like this in terms of psychology but I think I'll add some of these in there. There isn't really much to add for this in terms of trade wise, because as you can see is obviously I'll just recap it quickly. We've got a low, high being broken, failed structure, high, entry, boom, done. Okay, as explained in the last video, right? There's steps to this, and that's all you need to follow, and that's all it is. Okay, I know trading can be more complex, and it can be more refined. I mean, my mentor, he refines this to a bigger level than this, and I'm still trying to perfect this, right? And I think our lower time frame refinement that we have at Vertex is incredibly refined already. It's more refined than this, but there's so much more that we can do to perfect what you have. And although you have a working edge, and this edge gives me a great return monthly, daily, weekly, however you want to say it, but there's so many ways that you could perfect yourself. There's so many ways. It's not essentially finding the holy grail, because I know that's something that you won't find, there's no ultimate strategy. But when you have a strategy, the whole thing is about, you want to be in your best, right? And I think there's so much scope there to perfect this, and this is what I'll be doing and have been doing for the last year or so to get to the point where I am now. I mean, I've been trading for 5 years now. Well, this is my the 5th year. So their refinements are always there to keep your mind open to changes, because if you stay in that your own, I know if you have good edge and you don't want to refine it, fair enough. But if you want to better yourself and perfect it, then you have to be open to new concepts and different opinions. I speak to so many different traders and other mentors that you guys probably know, and I pick up so many different ideas and just to perfect what I already have. And it works both ways. But anyway, I won't speak too much. I know I spoke a lot in this video, but I hope that you all take care. For us, well, actually no, I think for most people, it's the weekend tomorrow, and I hope that you all have a good restful weekend. What was I going to mention? Nothing else. We have our first bootcamp tomorrow. If any of you are watching this video today and want to join our bootcamp, make sure you use the discount code. Let me find out what the discount code actually is before. Actually, I think I posted it. If you do want to join the bootcamp tomorrow, the discount code. What is the discount code, man? It is. The discount code is YT500. You get £500 off the bootcamp. The bootcamp is tomorrow at 10 o'clock GMT. Make sure you sign up by midnight tonight, GMT time, because it'll be off the website until the following month for the February intake. So yeah, if you want to join, obviously use the discount code. Make sure you use it. If you don't use it, I'm going to refund you the £500 anyway. So make sure you use that discount code. And if you want to join the bootcamp, if you don't want to join the bootcamp, obviously you could join the trade membership, learn the course at your own pace, join the community, talk to myself, Ben, and James, as I said, every single day. But yeah, if you want to join the community, then feel free. If not, hope you are enjoying the free content. As I said, message us, let us know how you're getting on. It'll be great to know. But for now, take care, trade safe.